Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update and video for Wednesday, August the 24th. So happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope everybody is having a great week and having a great trading week. So I've got the SPX, or I've got the ES actually up here on the screen. We'll talk about that. This is honestly, it's kind of been more of the same. We're in a limbo holding pattern right now. We'll go into the charts and I'll kind of tell you where I think we're going. I've got the ticks up here. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit there. As you can see, let me see if I can get a little bit more in there. As you can see, the ticks here, very flat on the day. This is basically an up or down momentum indicator, I guess is the way I use it. This is the upper end up here, and this is the lower end. So you can see all the way down here, negative 1200 ticks. This is plus 1000 up here. And see the zero line right there? That's your zero line. But for the most part, for the most of the day, we're kind of chopping. Came up here a little bit, just kind of chopping. When you break outside like that, then that's starting to get some momentum in one direction or the other. Never did really break high here, just slightly. And I'll show you where that was right out of the gate this morning. And this looks like a pretty crazy pattern. Let me show you this. The light gray is the overnight session here. That's the overnight session, and this is starting today's session here. And we chop around, and then I'm not sure what this was. I'm pretty sure it was short covering, because everybody thought this thing was going to roll over this way, and it did not. And the reason they thought they was going to roll over that way is because that overnight low there, 4100, you typically, or in a lot of cases, you come back and retest that overnight low. That didn't happen. Everybody got short, and then we rip higher up here, and then everybody that was out, then it starts coming back down very quickly. I had timing for a high on the fib charts here as well, but it ended up just kind of drifting up here into 4150 on the end of the day. So that's a play-by-play of today, but what I want to show you is, let's go to a 20-day chart here, and you can see this red line is a voodoo fire line that we use. This white one is a voodoo snow line. These blue ones are sky lines, and they are Elliott wave indicators, a blend of Elliott wave indicators, and I also use fib levels on top of this, which are not shown on this chart. But these are typically heavy resistance and support levels, and as you can see here, we kind of chopped around it, came back down, tested it a couple of times, then we went ripping higher here. This was when, I believe that's when the CPI, was released. Anyway, higher, all the way up there, 43.27, and then we just made our way all the way back down here. I'm kind of surprised we actually have not come back down actually to that level here, and we very well could, but in the bigger picture, what the next event, we're always looking, think about this, think of trading or the market as a marathon, and we're waiting to see what the next hurdle is going to be. And the next hurdle now, we've got some, there's some smaller data points coming out tomorrow, but tomorrow starts the Jackson Hole Summit, and then Friday we have Powell speaking at 10 a.m. as a keynote speaker for the summit, that kind of thing. And he'll give his, interpretation of what the Fed is likely to do and all that kind of stuff, and it can really move the markets. Let me go back out here on a longer time frame and show you. You can see the voodoo lines here. That red one is our fire line. We came down, kind of touched it, came close. We did go through it there. We went through it easily there, but we went through it there as well. And then we chop here. Indecision. We're going to go this way or this way, and we took that out, went straight down all the way down to our tree line down here. So from this point right here, again, it's hard to say because we'll have to wait on data. And the next thing, of course, we've got Powell speaking. It's not a Fed meeting. It is not a policy meeting. It's a roundtable discussion, basically, kind of meeting to talk economic policy. Now, the Fed has an actual meeting on September 21st. 21st. September 21st. And then we have CPI coming out the week before that. I believe it's on, CPI's on, I believe it's on the 13th. And then we got the PPI on September 14th. So those will be the next big data points. But if Powell comes out, bottom line, if Powell comes out and is less hawkish or more dovish, we go this way. If he stumbles and bumbles and doesn't say what the market wants to hear, we go this way. Pretty simple, right? I think personally, we're going higher. And I don't think we're going to go up here and new all-time highs, all that kind of stuff. I think we maybe do one of these things again. We come back up and come back down and retest, and maybe start working our way back up here that way. Perhaps. I mean, I that's just a best guess, honestly, because until we know what's going to happen with inflation, is inflation peaking? Is it going to come in higher, hotter next month or lower? That'll be the biggest determining factor in the trajectory of the Fed and what they're going to do. The market's always forward-looking, so if the market gets a whiff that the Fed is going to back off a little bit from raising interest rates, we're going higher and probably quickly. So, be prepared for either scenario. And I always like to give statistics because I'm a math guy, or percentages, and I think at this point, I've kind of flipped. A couple of weeks ago, if you listen to my videos, I said before this last CPI number, I said we were probably 60%, chance of us coming back down. This was like 3 weeks ago, coming back down and possibly even taking out those lows if inflation continues to heat up, right? And as we know, we got CPI slightly bit better than expected, on inflation numbers, right? So that week went higher. I'm kind of flipped around now because of that data point that came out. Now I'm thinking there's probably about a 60% chance that we actually go higher, and about 40% we go lower. And if we go lower, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think we're coming back down here anymore. Not without some kind of, bad data, something unforeseen. It doesn't look like that at this point. Now we can hedge and do all that kind of stuff for the rare occurrence, but at least right now I think we probably go higher. Maybe we get the boomerang effect and go back down in the fall, maybe of course September, October, November, that kind of thing, possibly. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So for now, as always been the case since January, here, messy, sloppy, choppy market. Use tight stops, manage your risk. I've cut my size down a lot. I mean, we're making good money trading this market, but it's tough. It's tougher than normal. So just manage your risk is the main thing, and size appropriately for this market, and don't get too caught up either way. Don't get too bullish, don't get too bearish in this market, because we'll see both sides of that, and we have a lot lately. So be careful out there. So thanks for your time, guys. I appreciate it. Hope it helps. Come see us in the trading rooms at Simpler. You can visit the main room, of course. I will be in there along with a bunch of other traders, as well as my personal room, the bias room. And we give trades all day and every day, real money and all that kind of stuff. So come check it out. So thanks for your time, guys. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you at the next update. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me